Landon here to remind you about our New Year's Day meetup. That's going to be January 1st, 2025 at 3 p.m. at Hop Squad. We'll be providing some pitchers of beer and some snacks, so show up at 3 if you want to get in on all of that. And then around 5-ish, we'll walk together over to the stadium where this whole New Year's Day tradition started and have our last beer of the day there. This event is always a lot of fun and a great way to kick off the new year, so we'd love to see you there. Now, before starting the show, I want to remind folks that this episode is Moon Tower After Dark, where me, Jeremiah, and Steph all got together in the living room of my house to get drunk and answer listener questions while Mike hosted. Big thanks to Mike and my wife Ashley for babysitting us and feeding us pizza after the recording ended. I'm recording this the day after, so I can tell you that we didn't get too foul throughout the night, but did use some adult language and got into more adult topics of conversation than we would on a normal episode. So probably a good idea not to listen with kids around. This was a lot of fun. I think we embarrassed ourselves just the right amount and then stopped at just the right time and mostly remembered to talk into the microphone. So I hope you find it entertaining. Here we go. The presenting sponsor of Moon Tower Soccer is FVF Law.
To find out what makes FVF a different kind of injury law firm, you can visit fvf.law.
Hello, friends. Thanks for listening to Moon Tower. Oh, no.
Yeah.
I forgot the name of the show.
No, you're doing it.
Hello, friends. Thanks for listening to Moon Tower After Dark.
You're Landon.
I usually say what we're going to do, and then I say I'm Landon Cottom.
Then
That's okay, though. We don't have to do it.
Are we
going to
say what we're going to do?
Yeah.
I'll say that there.
just
Okay.
say it there, but be real quick about it, and then you can say, I'm Landon Cottom. Yeah. We're just answer a bunch of questions and get drunk or whatever. Like, whatever you want to.
I'm just going to do I'm going to say.
I think this is perfect, honestly. I'm Mike Cragnola.
I'm Jeremiah Bentley.
I'm Steph Grignola.
I'm Landon Cottom.
And we are here for Moon Tower After Dark. If you are listening with your kids right now, you might want to turn it off. Or not. I'm not your dad. You can do whatever you want.
Wait, give them a few minutes, because let's say if there's news, we're recording this Sunday. If there's news on Monday, I will cut in with the brief news update now. Okay, so if there was news, you just heard me tell it to you. And if there wasn't, you just heard an awkward pause.
Yeah. There is news, though, Landon. Fafa Pico has signed with Inter Miami.
According to Tom Bogert, who is a liar.
A great source.
Wait.
Kid, this is a good time to turn your kids off.
Okay, now, if you're listening with kids, you should turn it off because generally we are a clean show. This show will be, at the minimum, contain adult themes, but will likely contain adult language as well.
It's a real setup for Landon's opinion on Tom Bogert. But
Right?
Go ahead.
Turn it off now if you're listening with kids or you're offended by foul language. But Tom Bogert's a goddamn liar. Okay, this is on brand as ever, but I'll defend Tom Bogert where he did not say Fafa Pico is signing with Austin FC. He said, I like that fit. But he's now reporting that Fafa has signed with Inter Miami, so it looks like that's not happening.
Yeah. So for folks who are listening, Landon is on his third old fashioned.
It's a Manhattan.
Sorry,
Michael.
I don't drink. I don't know. I'm on my fourth Martinelli's.
Straight from the bottle.
That's
Drinking
right.
Martinelli's sparkling
Straight
apple
out of the
cider
bottle.
straight out of a...
I'm a tough guy. Jeremiah, what are you drinking?
I am drinking tequila. What is it? Is this a ranch water? Tequila,
ranch
sparkling, and lime. Yeah.
Great. And Stephanie?
Also, ranch water.
Mine's
Yeah.
colder.
Jeremiah's is colder. I almost started drinking his, and it was too cold.
And that's a preference. That's not...
It's not
that's
like
how
a
Steph
judgment.
wants it.
Yeah, it wasn't an accident that hers is warmer.
Yeah, well, it's not warm. It's room temperature. Like, I don't need ice. I only need ice, like, if I'm on it, that's where I need ice. I don't need it in my cup.
So that's the vibe of the show. Everybody's we're having a good time after the holidays, and we decided to take some listener questions without the normal Moon Tower filter. And so hopefully this time Landon won't be boring but correct. Jeremiah, probably the same, as always.
I would say,
Drunk but incorrect? Yes. Yes. Gotcha.
Mike, are you going to ask us real soccer questions?
There might
Because
be.
I'm going to try to be not boring and correct. But
There
if
might
you
be.
ask me a real soccer question, I'm going to slip back into my groove.
All right. That's good to know.
Just
see what
louder.
We'll see how this goes. To start it off, I want to play a little bit of a game. So we have some trivia questions that have been submitted by a listener.
In the beginning?
Oh, yeah. And the first trivia question coming from super fan of the show, Chris Wellhausen. Chris wants to know, who has the third most goals in Austin FC history? And we will go counterclockwise from, we will go in this order. Steph, Jeremiah, then Landon. Everyone gets one guess.
I feel like this has been stacked against me, Mike.
If you don't get the right answer, you have to experience a consequence. And Landon, what is this consequence?
We are trying to find the weirdest shot we could find in my bar cart over there. This is aguardiente from Colombia. It's a nice one, so I think it'll taste good, but it's going to be
A consequence.
a consequence still.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so, Stephanie, who has the third most goals in Austin FC history?
Jesse Zardes.
That is incorrect. You receive a consequence.
Is it Julio? Can I get a second guess?
You cannot
if
get
you
a
wanna
second
give us
guess.
the answer.
Yeah, you cannot get a second guess
I
until.
didn't Google it. I had plenty of time, though. I should have.
I'm going to, because I forgot him earlier, I'm going to go with Maxi Ruti.
That is also incorrect. You also get a consequence.
Thank you to Ashley for being consequence passer.
thanks, Ashley.
Yes.
Yeah.
Special shout out to Ashley.
Thanks, Tito, for being so cute.
I thought it was a disadvantage for going third, but now I know two wrong answers.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I feel like I'm in the best spot. Alex Ring?
It is Alex Ring. That is correct. That is an avoidance of consequence for for Landon. But Jeremiah and Steph, go ahead and consequence together.
Here we go.
Yep.
How's it taste?
This was the good one. No, that was not the good one.
No,
Was it?
that was the
Oh, okay.
Horrible.
It's like drinking a black jelly bean.
It's honestly like I will not eat black licorice or like black jelly beans. I don't like the anise flavor, but I don't hate it in this.
Also, it's important context for the listeners at home who cannot see this. My wife is incapable of taking a shot.
It's not fair.
She's like sipping it,
Yes.
savoring,
I can't
sniffing,
drink quickly.
swirling. Yeah.
Yeah, so she is sipping this aguardiente.
watch this.
She took one last sip. Great work. So there will be two more trivia questions.
Not consecutively, right?
No.
Okay, okay.
Throughout
Okay,
the
good.
night. The consequences can't come too quickly, or we can't do the rest of the show. So now we can get into some of the more questiony questions that we have received from our listeners. First up here is from Matt, who wants to know, who is the best non-obvious player to get on the back of a jersey? Do we go with talent, style, or just overall coolness?
Like that we want?
Yeah.
This is right up your alley, Steph.
Yeah, no. I feel like so the obvious answer I will say is Jimmy because he's already manifested it.
That's a great choice.
And I'm gonna stick with that because I would really love to see that like manifestation come to life and have a Farkle jersey in the shop that he can like not have done himself.
I just wanted to say Jimmy time on the back.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be good. But in the MLS Next Pro font.
Is this Matt thinking that like the answer is somebody who shares his name? Like I feel like that's always an obvious
No, this is just
choice.
open to y'all.
Open. Okay.
Matt did suggest one that I will read to y'all after. I don't want to color your opinions.
Well, I feel like as the dad in the room here, I'm gonna like choose like the one that's the newest, best, dad. I don't know what makes obvious or not obvious. John Gallagher, like he's just like OG, which I always love. Like that's something I always look for my jerseys. He's like a guy that's not going to be gone in a year. New dad, super good dude. One of the better interviews we've had. So like I think John Gallagher would be a solid choice.
Yeah, even though he's from Ireland, he is a real butter dad.
He really is.
Truly is.
Western butter dad.
Yeah.
I think y'all have seen my Leo Väisänen t-shirt.
Yep.
I think that's another route you could go is you're saying you want someone who's going to stick around or like has a legacy. The funnier version would be pick someone who you don't think will be on the team by the end of the season. And then I think, is it Scott Specht? Somebody has a jersey of players. He'll get the name of a jersey, get the name on a jersey of a player who never played in that jersey.
Yeah, he gets a player's jersey the year after they leave the club.
So like he'll get a Rodney Redis jersey.
He got a Rodney Redis.
Okay, so maybe I think he said
armadillo kit.
He's gonna get a Rigoni one for the new
Maybe.
home kit.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
He told me he was going to.
Yes,
We'll see if he
that's so
sticks
good.
to it, but he told me he was going to.
That's so good.
So like for a name on a jersey, I actually got my first personalized jersey this year for my birthday. I got a Cascante jersey because Mike told me that they were going to get rid of him in the summer window, and so I thought it was my last chance.
I said there was a chance we got rid of him.
There was a chance.
I've generally been very. I know it feels weird to get someone's name on the back of my shirt who is so much younger than me.
Sure.
Agree.
But
Hard agree.
I y'all know my boyfriend Dessler. Like I really might get a Dessler jersey at
Let's
some
go.
point.
I think you would be the only one in the stadium with a Mikael Dessler jersey, except for his wife. So you would be the second person in the stadium with a Mikael
You
Dessler
could find
jersey.
her and take a picture.
One of the two right people in the stadium.
So Matt agrees with Jeremiah, by the way. He says, I think my answer is the Irishman himself, Johnny G.
Oh,
So,
nice. Yeah, and I would say the other end of that is for me, like I have like a list of 5 things I would do if I ever won like a giant lottery. And one is like buy every random Austin FC players. Like I would have an Aiden Stanley jersey and a Freddie Kleeman jersey. And I wear a new different one every game. So if you see me show up like in a Freddie Kleeman, you'll know like that guy.
Oh God,
hit the right 6 numbers.
2025 kit with Freddie
Kleeman on it. Yeah.
That would be great.
All right. Our next question comes from Long Cow. Long wants to know.
Is this going to be nerdy? Is this going
it's gonna be so
snap me out of
smart.
my
Are you ready?
stupor?
No.
In exchange for free season tickets, you must attend all home matches for that season wearing a specific thing without exception. Assume the articles of clothing Assume the articles of clothing in question are provided to you at no cost. Your choices are a 3-piece suit, a graphic tee that says "I'm with stupid" and cut off jorts, or the visiting team's full kit.
Full kit wanker.
Which do you choose?
Okay.
3-piece suit.
Oh, I
In 115 degrees?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
here's the thing: is that like they can provide me a 3-piece suit, but I'm gonna cut the sleeves off and cut the pants off into shorts.
that would still be quite a look.
Yeah, I think that might be worse than the graphic tee and
Or I
jorts.
could like do the vest with nothing underneath it and tie the jacket around my waist and like have shorts.
But still a bow tie.
Yes.
Okay, Chippendales.
No, I would do the 3-piece if it weren't so hot.
No, I'm with stupid is so embarrassing.
And also I go to all of the games with my wonderful wife Ashley, who's sitting in the corner over here, and so she would be stupid every time I'm wearing that.
Or you could do it like on the other side. Who sits next to you?
Either a stranger or my parents.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think the full kit wanker for the opposing team could be like a fun conversation starter.
Oof.
I would never.
With who? Oof.
Yeah, who
Look, Ashley's. Can you
yeah,
get a mic
Ashley
back
from
here?
the backyard here.
If you didn't hear, Ashley just said, with who?
Who would you converse about that with?
Passers-by.
Also, Ashley, never
is full-
apologize.
Is full kit wanker the socks too?
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
the
Oh,
socks,
yeah.
too.
yeah.
I almost think it has to
Dallas
be
and Houston?
cleats, too. So you get that clop, clop, clop
I'm
through the
just
halls.
like, I don't think about fandom the same way a lot of soccer fans
Dallas
do.
and Houston?
I just don't care.
At home?
I just don't care.
Yeah, but like we
What?
do.
I'm not.
And we would judge.
I don't. If I sat in the supporter section, my answer would
you wouldn't
certainly
be
be
allowed
different.
Yeah.
but
Yeah, if the season ticket is in the supporter section, that's a no.
That's a no.
mine's not
Right.
though.
Right.
Right.
Well, no,
neither
but
are ours.
our free
That's
ticket.
part of the fiction.
Yeah. You get free
Oh.
tickets for wearing one of these 3 things.
But they can't kick me out, so they just put me somewhere else.
they give you a black T-shirt to wear every
Right.
match.
Then I win. I win anyway. Then so that's the most comfortable outfit, so I'm picking that one still.
It's a good cheat.
No, I'm
that's-
talking Jackson Millie into wearing a mullet, and then we're just gonna lean into that the whole time. My son, with an I was stupid, pointing at him, me in
would
jean
love it.
shorts, him with a long mullet. That guy would live that bit.
He
it
would
would be
love
it would be
it.
it would be
Mullet
great.
now?
But he would. He would. If we had jorts and a T-shirt with I was stupid, he would. Yeah,
This
for sure.
is not a sarcastic. He would love it. Like
Yeah.
Jackson
Yeah.
Bentley
Yeah.
would genuinely love that.
Yes. I would go jorts and I'm with stupid T-shirt. I think I'm with stupid T-shirt
Wow.
is the height of comedy.
Wow.
It's like, is it meta comedy?
Yeah.
It's
I
like
think we've learned a lot about our marriages tonight, where Landon would protect Ashley and Mike would call me stupid.
In a heartbeat. If anyone wants to gift me and I'm with stupid T-shirt, I'll wear it for free.
Wow.
look out in the Moon Tower merch store
Yeah.
in the coming year.
Wow. I
All
have
right.
to. I have to pee. I told you this would happen. I said it, and I wasn't lying. I need you all to know how badly I hurt.
We made it.
Is it time
14
for-
minutes?
Time for commercial break, Landon. Let's drop that in.
Time for a
Yeah, we're
commercial
going to do a
break.
commercial break.
We'll be right back with more Moon Tower After Dark.
When no one is around.
Moon Tower Soccer is brought to you by Amplify Credit Union. Amplify Credit Union's fee-free banking has been around since
2022.
and
I
is
was
the
gonna
best
say 1947.
is the best fee-free banking there is. You can still park at the Esperanza branch for free on game days.
On
right?
game days, yes. Come February.
And so to do that, they would go to the website.
www.goamplify.com/moontower-soccer.
There it is. I think it might just be. Is it the dash?
It is a dash.
Look at that. That was a good ad read. Y'all did it. We're going to see how many of these we can get through
By
as
memory,
these drinks.
without coffee.
Yeah, as these drinks go down in their glasses.
And then
The presenting sponsor of Moon Tower Soccer is FVF Law. And just to point a point on this, Mike is sober and the only person driving tonight for our friends at FVF Law who might be listening.
you just read my line, and so I don't know what the next line is.
FVF is a different kind of personal injury law firm
Dedicated
to
Transparency
Community.
and client education.
Nice. They also have a podcast, and that podcast is called Summary Judgment. It's honestly really fun. Y'all should listen to it if you haven't.
It's pretty good.
It's pretty good. The sound quality is also very good.
Yeah, the video quality is good as well if you watch it on YouTube.
You
To
can
To learn more about what does something changes the outcome of a case, you can go to www.fbflaw.com.
Nope.
Nope.
FEF.law.
Once again, that's fvf.law. And it's how client education can change the outcome of a case.
Eso es.
It's pretty good. Pretty good ad read.
Okay, we'll do the other two next break. Oh, Lord. I need a refill, but I'm afraid I'm going to have to do one of those shots soon.
All right, and we are back for round 2 of listener questions after dark. Thank you all so much. And this question comes from Gerardo Betancourt, who wants to know, do you guys think Danny is better than what Josh Wolf was able to get out of him? Given that he for sure tried a lot
Yes.
more different options on the field for Owen than for Danny, for obvious reasons.
You're trying to make me
Yeah,
fight
this
someone. aren't you?
This is the question that was submitted.
I mean, obvious reasons is a loaded question
That's-
by itself.
The obvious reasons are that Owen is a physical specimen, one of the best athletes on the team.
Get him.
Is that the obvious
Yeah,
reason?
that's the obvious reason. Yes.
That is yeah, this is, I would, Gerardo, thank you for supporting the show. Thank you for listening. Strongly disagree.
Hit the all caps.
Owen plays a lot of positions because he's a tremendous athlete and is capable of playing a lot of positions. Danny is potentially hindered by a subpar coach, but marginally at best.
Here's my thing. I think that Danny is better than he has. Like, I think Danny's potential is better than it has been. And I think that's all attitude. Like, I think it's all like vibes. I think Owen has been playing so many different spots because he's like a tiny baby child and doesn't know where he belongs yet. That's my obvious reason.
Oh, I'm just going to answer the question. Sorry. Yes, Danny can be better with a different coach, I think. Yeah.
But the coach was not his only problem.
Yes.
Oh, for sure. I mean, there's maturity.
Danny has just limitations, limitations to his game, and he needs the right partners around him in order to maximize his game. No coach is going to make him 100% better. We need pieces around him to make him better.
I think a coach who gave him a position could make him better.
Right,
you're going to be this, or you're going to be that.
But he's not,
because the midfield was always so
he's not
squishy.
capable of doing all the things in any of those positions, though. Like, what position is his best position in the midfield?
So you were like a true central midfielder, like not a destroyer or central defense. It's the Darlington Nagbe position. It's his best position in the midfield.
Right, but Darlington Nagbe
pieces.
has always had a kick-ass destroyer next to him.
But Danny's never been like pressured to be like, this is your spot. That's what you're going to do. I think it's where a different coach is just like, we're going to coach you up on being
played the
this
same
thing.
spot his whole career. He's played like a lone six most of his career.
Wait, I don't know if that's like, I'm not going to fight you on soccer, but I do feel like when he's paired with different people, he's a much better soccer player.
Yeah, okay.
I'm agreeing with
So next
both
question.
of you.
No, that's the whole point.
You made me be a nerd, Mike.
All right. We have got a question from Nicholas. I will not include Nicholas's last name because this, I think, jumps to the edge of what we like here.
I believe this is the one that this is gonna be the person who texted me to ask if if Landon and I got to read the questions and Steph got to read the questions before, if only you did. And I said only you, and it made him very happy. But go ahead.
What's the soccer field name for the Mile High Club? And why will Jeremiah tout its health benefits?
Yeah, that's the same one then.
I don't understand the question.
So it does sound
It's like if you have sex on a soccer field, what's that
Yeah,
called?
yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, it's supposed to
Yeah.
Mile High Club. Yeah.
We're in
Gosh, I feel like with time I would have a good answer for this.
the starting 11.
wow. Just learned a lot.
Is that
That's what was in my head.
I don't know. I feel like Ludacris would have done this.
Ludicrous?
Ludacris, yeah.
on the 50-yard
On the
line?
50-yard line, the
yeah.
Falcons game.
Well, I was
Yeah.
thinking of a yard thing, but it didn't come to me.
So I think you would call it penetrating the box.
To be fair, yeah.
Also
That's so
correct.
gross. So gross.
That's just I don't know what else you would call it.
You're right, Mike.
I think that's
But
the name
also, Steph's right with ooh.
Ew. Yeah. Additionally, since we're all a little vulnerable here, I
Had sex on a soccer field?
lost my virginity on my high school soccer field.
What?
I knew this.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Both Landon and Jeremiah looked at me
Wow.
like it was something I was learning.
Yeah, no, I just.
Yeah.
And what did you call it?
Penetrating the box.
At the time,
Day of his life.
at the time, I called it making love, Jeremiah. That's the kind of kid I was. And so I think to paint the scene appropriately, right? We were
Inappropriately.
We were in Massachusetts, in the middle of nowhere. It's where I grew up. But I think when Texans picture the middle of nowhere, they picture a vast open field. And in Massachusetts, the middle of nowhere means completely 100% surrounded by very tall old trees. So there was like nothing and no one that could ever possibly have stumbled upon this, because my high school was like a total of 400 people in the woods. So it's not like, cars driving by would have.
Low risk.
Yeah, cars driving by would never have seen it. No one would have ever driven by the soccer field because it was not on a road.
So it's not like at the 50-yard line during a Falcons game.
No,
Okay.
certainly not. No. Me and Ludacris, different levels. But yeah, so I saw this question come through and knew I had to have a vulnerable moment on the air.
But you also had the best answer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen the questions. This question comes from a listener named Landon.
Sounds cool.
What's your most cancelable Austin FC take?
It's almost as if I had an answer prepared.
Landon, did you submit a question?
I did. I submitted 2 questions.
It'd be super funny if the other one didn't make the list. What's it I thought were worth
Maybe it
asking?
didn't. We'll see. Do y'all want me to go first while y'all think?
Yeah, you should. Yeah.
My most cancelable Austin FC take, and I think I almost, Ashley, you can confirm this, maybe almost made my mom cry when I told her this. I told her that she was like, it was so good to see Diego win MLS Cup. And I was like, I wanted him to lose. Same. I wanted him to lose. And I think a lot of people, I've had like genuine arguments with other Austin FC fans about this. If we can take the nerd portion and say like it was a bad contract, getting rid of him was a good idea, even though it did not make us better in the short term. Getting off of that contract, like there's so many deals that we signed this year that would not have been possible with him still on the books. Like Dessler, Svatak probably don't happen if Diego is still here. On the unnerdy part of it, I talk a lot about Josh Wolf's Boy Scouts and the guys that he respects, and I think you can go that route a little too far. But somewhere in the middle, there's a player who was the known source of every locker room leak that ever happened. A guy who got his first big contract, came back out of shape in really bad form for that season. That's a guy I don't want on the team that I support. And I know like he would go out and like meet the fans and was always there for the fans. I also don't think he should be doing that stuff. Like he shouldn't be playing pickup games with fans. He shouldn't be out on weeknights. Like to be a pro soccer player, you need to be really disciplined. And I didn't see any of the discipline or professionalism from him that I see from a lot of the other guys who I do have a lot of respect for.
I have a lot of like Diego and fan thoughts. I don't know if I'm drunk enough to say them. I think Diego welcomed fans, like welcomed the support of Austin and didn't necessarily support Austin. That's the best way I can put it right now.
The harshest interpretation of that would be he liked the attention.
Yeah.
He should start a podcast.
And a reminder, the question did not mention Diego Fagundez. It mentioned.
I did actually forget that.
What is your most cancelable Austin FC take?
Julio Cascante is good at soccer. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't have anything more cancelable than that. Wait, I have a question. Well, I mean, it's fine. The beer selections and prices in the stadium are fine. I think that's my most like among the fandom cancelable thing. They're no worse than every other sports team.
Yeah.
Everybody has garbage options.
Oh.
They're explained as being better. It's okay. Which maybe that's it.
Yeah. No, I have a better answer. Fuck Double Dave's.
There's deep lore here. We're not going to explain it.
We're not going to talk about it.
Wait, I don't know if this is a question, and I didn't submit any, but like my question to you, Landon, is like, is Diego, just because we're on this topic, the most boring interview we ever did? Because he's top 2 for me.
It wasn't boring. It was weird.
Wait, top 2 most boring or top 2 best?
No, worst or most worst. I was going to go with the most boring being worst.
Yeah, it was maybe not the most boring, but it was far from the best and maybe one of the worst, because also. I mean, this will probably be my answer to a lot of these questions. Is like, these guys are so boring, and some of them are stupid.
God.
And so I'm sure there's gonna be like some swoon towery, like which one would you, like if you had to marry one of the players, whatever. I'd be like, please, none of them.
Brad.
I don't want to marry any of them.
Brad's tall,
No,
beautiful
but, like,
human.
Actual answer.
Yeah.
I think Brad is so similar to Mike. I do.
I mean, it's great for
think
Mike,
they're both, like-
especially after that shit he said about you earlier. But it's
Right?
fine.
No, I think they're both like community focused. They're both pretty tall. They're both handsome, smart, interested in education.
I'm getting my wife drunk more often. Y'all.
I will. No, I'm not gonna say that.
Okay. Diego and Matt Hedges, most boring. That's all I'm gonna like. Let's leave
my
that
God.
point. The two worst interviews we ever did were Diego and Matt Hedges.
I'm glad you brought this up because I think Matt Hedges is your fault. This man clearly only wanted to talk about cars, and neither of you had any
Have you
interest in
seen
talking
his
about
car?
cars.
Mike, I don't know anything about cars.
Yeah, but he knows a lot about cars.
Yeah, but I didn't know that at the time.
I'm just saying, Matt Hedges, victim of circumstance, a lot.
You're right. I should be more flexible in my interviewing. Because I always want to get some nerdy shit out of them.
Yeah, but you know not all of them are going to have it.
I know. And I should have asked him about his cars. You're right.
Did you see his Nickelodeon car?
I don't know what that
Or
means.
do you want?
No, that's
I don't
Matt
even know what that
Bersano.
is, Steph.
That's a different Matt.
Are you talking about Mike's car?
No, but I did. Matt Bersano got a new Jeep that looks like it's straight out of the 90s. It
Oh,
looks
I
like
did see that.
Rocco's
Saved by
Modern
the
Life.
Bell.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
And his car and my car would have been best friends.
It made me so happy to see your car pull up into my driveway today. I don't want to dox you, but it's a
He's
fucking
doxed
ridiculous
himself
car, and I love it so much.
I think if I drive anywhere, I'm doxxed, period. But I think my most cancelable Austin FC take is from a market economic standpoint, the club is leaving money on the table.
How so?
I think tickets, when we're good, could be priced much higher and they would still have a sellout crowd. I don't think soccer fans are going to be the people that buy them. And so I think generally it suffers.
Yeah.
But from a pure economic standpoint, I think the club is purposely leaving money on the table by not going crazy with ticket prices.
Maybe not even purposely, because so many of them are season ticket sales that most of the stadium is secondhand market at that point. Like they've already sold them.
Yeah.
And so they don't really have control over how much they're selling for at that point.
But yeah, I think
I think you're right. It's like it's I don't know. This is America, right? It's bad for consumers, but also maybe bad for business.
yeah, and so like it sounds like I defend the front office maybe by saying like keeping the prices where they are, or like slow, smaller increases, like is ultimately better than what they could be doing.
Yeah.
And so like that should be a little commendable.
Mike Crignola, front office shill.
Well, luckily we already knew that. So it's fine.
Next question here is from Ismail, who wants to know, what other Shakespeare play would you like to see Baz Luhrmann adapt?
I'm glad you asked, Ishmael.
I'm also so glad you asked this. Okay, I have an answer for this, prepped and ready. Like, I didn't know this question was coming, but I would love to see him do Henry IV Part 1, because I do think that Henry IV Part 1 is... Shakespeare's history plays are so much funnier than anyone gives them credit for. And, like, there's also action. There's also a little bit of romance. There's also a bit, like... There's so much in Shakespeare's history plays that I feel like Baz Luhrmann getting his hands on one would make them so relatable, in the way that he, like, takes, like, violence of an Elizabethan era and, like, brings it into the 21st century. I do want him to update his casting practices to reflect the, like, actual 2025 and beyond community, rather than, like, what he thinks that looks like in the year 1999 or whatever. But yeah, that's my answer.
All right, then who would you cast? in a Shakespeare play directed by Baz Luhrmann from Austin FC.
Mike Cragnola.
From Austin FC.
Mike Cragnola.
From Austin FC.
Say it louder.
I will say I don't know anything about Baz Luhrmann. I don't know anything about Shakespeare, but I did see I think I saw one in college or something, but really my first 2 Shakespeare experiences were watching one or both of the Cragnolas in it. And I think you're right that like the first, I don't remember which one, the one that you were both in last year.
The Winter's Tale.
That one was funny. And like, I think people just think Shakespeare's like boring and dry and like, I don't understand what any of these words mean, but it was proper funny. And I think that should be like shown to the masses more. It was good.
Especially when you have actors like
Mike Cragnola.
Like Mike Cragnola.
Like Osman Bukhari?
Oh God, no.
Oh my God. Okay, Henry IV Part 1 with Austin FC players.
I guess like name a player you think could act. Actually,
Felipe.
no, who?
He's not a player anymore.
Brendan Hines-Ike did that Dawn ad.
Oh, yeah!
He was
right.
really good.
He was believable.
I like,
Until like the very end when he had to make it clear that it was an ad.
An ad.
It was
but
like,
but the beginning like sounded like a real press conference, and I was like, this is impressive. Good work, dude.
Yeah.
okay.
I think like I don't know what it would play out as far as Shakespeare goes, but I've seen Brad Stuver and Danny Payetta do the whole like buddy comedy, like, oh, you're an old guy, you're so tired, and blah blah blah, and like you're a young guy and you're so stupid. It's like I feel like if you could cast both of them together, I don't know what the play would be, but I think they do a good live bit.
The minute you give Danny lines, though, he's gonna like clam up and be terrible.
Remember Rodney's commercial?
Oh, no.
No,
This is from
Wait, you
Paraguay.
haven't?
no,
Seen it? Jeremy,
no,
you
no,
haven't?
no.
It's the Copa Paraguay commercial.
He tries to do one single line.
Someone posted like outtakes from this ad read, and he's like trying to read this
tried so
very
hard.
simple line over and
and he
over,
couldn't remember it.
and he bones it every time.
It's like almost 2 minutes of a like ad outtakes. And it is one sentence. It's brutal.
Okay, but I'm gonna say, like, Danny would be an amazing Prince Hal. Because there's a glow up that Danny did in Maturity this year that is very, like, if you don't know anything about Henry IV Part 1,
I certainly do, but maybe explain it to the listeners.
Explain it to the others. Yeah, thank you.
I was looking at Jeremiah. So he's like a hooligan prince. Like, he goes to the bar and he's like silly and goofy and he has like
Okay,
drunk
yeah,
friends.
I'm in. Yeah.
And then he has to grow up because he has to fight this like foil of himself in this war. And so I feel like the growth that we've seen of Danny, like from like silly young guy to like taking a leadership role, is a very Henry IV arc.
That's
Ismail,
beautiful.
this was a great question.
That's beautiful stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. It's time
I
for
just
our
love Danny.
next trivia question.
Oh no.
The question, again, from Chris Wellhausen says, "Hey, Mike, it's me again. Back at you again with another sick trivia question."
I want to say, Chris, I'm proud of you because I saw him 11 p.m. last night and he had not submitted these. And I was
he
like,
texted Mike this morning.
and I was like, Chris, you need to submit these tonight because Mike's probably already organized these questions.
he didn't. He organized them an
Spoilers.
hour before we got here.
Jeez, I'm prepared. Chris's question says, once more, I'd like to ask that anyone who gets it wrong takes a shot. This one
Chris.
is a bit harder, but it's significantly more important to the club's history. And so because of that, we are going to go Landon first, then Jeremiah, then Steph. How many minutes has Freddie Kleeman played for Austin FC?
Do we get a buffer here?
Jesus, Mary Jo.
We have to hit it on the nose.
I mean, if you care. If you care
I
about
feel
Austin
like we
FC,
should get like a 50-minute buffer either
Yeah,
way.
that's a good.
I will
buffer.
give you...
Or we can do Price is Right rules. Closest.
Price is Right rules works great.
That's closest without going over.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to veto that, though, and just say closest.
So you can go over, but if you're
Closest either way.
Yeah.
And then the person who's closest doesn't have to take a shot.
Correct.
Of aguardiente.
Yeah.
Okay. Freddie Kleeman. I'm going to say
Legendary Freddie Kleeman.
I met his parents and they were lovely.
That's so nice.
They're very nice.
Those aren't minutes.
Yeah,
Those
but
aren't minutes.
it's
You're
nice.
right.
Not an answer.
I love hearing about parents.
I'm gonna say he played 285 minutes.
Okay.
Many.
Landon says 285. Jeremiah.
I'm going to go with 90.
90 from Jeremiah. Stephanie.
1 minute, Bob.
Stephanie wins.
I do?
The answer was 47 minutes.
I was
Oh, actually,
Oh no, Jeremiah was
Jeremiah wins. That's math.
I'm only 44 off.
I was positive he started one of those games like Wednesday in Colorado or whatever.
If he did, he only played.
If he did, he
less
only
than
played a half.
Thanks,
Jeez.
Ashley. Thanks so much.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Okay.
Bottoms up.
Indeed. I really
Landon, you can't
thought-
complain. This is your first
Salud.
time.
Yeah. I'm gonna drink the whole thing in one.
I'm proud of you.
She's not. She
He
did.
did.
Ooh.
How's it going over there, Steph?
Have you swallowed?
Holding it
She
in her
drank
mouth.
it. She drank it.
Our next question comes from Rebecca Eubank. Rebecca wants to know, what was everyone's all-time low moment, if there's only one, where you said, that's it, I can't do it anymore, I'm done with this team.
Ooh.
Even if it just lasted a few hours or an evening or...
No, I do. I have an answer to this.
Oh.
And it was the playoff game that the refs ruined for us. Was it a playoff game? My parents were here.
No, it was the last game of the season.
Last game of the
Colorado.
season. Colorado.
Is that the
2-2 draw.
Moisey Bombito shove that should have been a dog so pin?
Yes.
Or is it a dog so red card and it
Yep.
wasn't?
Yeah. It was like, I have never, this is the problem with Mike, like, actually teaching me soccer. And Landon sent me the, what's it called? How to know how to play soccer.
Oh, the
How to watch football.
How to watch
How to
football.
watch football.
Yeah, the book.
Like, I've been working so hard this year to like learn all of the rules and all of the like intricacies of soccer, and I'm so mad that I have. Like, thank you and I hate you.
Yeah.
Because now I fucking know. I know. I'm so sorry.
We warned them.
I know. And like my dad, when I was growing up, would watch Patriots games on his hands and knees in front of the television. Sorry, Dad. And he would like pound the ground. Like, he would be so upset with ref calls. And I was like, wow, this taking things a little too seriously. And now I know. And now I've seen when refs can like actually ruin a game. And it made me so upsetty spaghetti.
Yeah.
I was like inconsolable.
I have a new most cancelable Austin FC take.
What's that?
I think if the league had messaged not ratifying the pro contract in a better, different way, it wouldn't have been a big deal to anyone. If they had said, we're not going to give the PRO referees like union
Until they're good.
until they're better,
Ooh.
I think people would have been like, yeah, that's fair enough, and moved on from it.
My most cancelable take is that people will say they're mad about stuff like unions, but not actually boycott anything when they care about it.
Wait, is that a shot at us? I don't remember.
No, it's not. It's
I don't think we said that.
No, it's when like
The
supporters groups said they would like boycott
boycotting.
concessions, and like nobody actually cared enough to not get drunk in a soccer game. Enough.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
I think I think Mike's cancelable take is extremely right, but extremely cynical at the same time.
Yes, absolutely.
This is where you see like Mike being sober. Like, is it as a contrast?
Yeah. But the low moments.
What's your low moments?
So I have a very bad memory for specific details. One of my strengths is being able to take moments or learnings and distill them into like, what do I take away from this, and then forget all the details about it. But there was one game that I actually turned off, and I don't remember what it was, but I think it was 2023, like a Wednesday night game. And I'm like, because we do the show, we are like beholden to, we did this to ourselves, but we're expected to be quote unquote experts about this team, and people listen to us to learn more about the team. And so I will watch and then rewatch games. And there was a game in 2023 that I was like, I am learning nothing by watching this, and I turned it off and stopped watching. And I think I don't know what played a video game or did something else. And was like, no, I could watch the rest of this game and I'm going to learn nothing new. I don't remember what game it was though.
Yeah, I don't remember that. I can't remember us talking about it, but I don't remember what that was. And in the spirit of that, like I don't remember individual games or moments a lot, but I remember vibes a lot. And so like I was with Landon for my 2 worst memories for this club.
This is foreshadowing for the other question that I submitted. I don't know if we'll get to it or not.
Okay, so the first one was like we went to Nashville, which was a beautiful trip. We met a lot of listeners. It was a fun time. It was the worst game I've probably watched in person live because it was the Mukhtar versus Driussi. We're going to settle who the MVP is going to be. And there was like a lightning delay, and Mukhtar was great, and Austin was terrible, and we got blown out, and it was awful. That was one. And the other one was we went to, there was a big party the first year for a midweek game, and we went to Central Machine Works. This may have been when Freddie Cleveland played 44 minutes. And like Austin just pulled this bullshit lineup and got blown out, and it took him an hour and a half to bring us our pizza, and we got so we were like starving. And then I was so disgusted, I was ready to leave by the time the food showed up. And I got like a couple coupons for like a free beer, which I have not redeemed. But like
same,
yeah, that was a real low point because it was just one of these like what are we doing? Why how are we rolling this out? And there were like hundreds of people there, like excited to see this team play, and it was just like shit lineup that like got blown out as they should have.
Brutal. We are officially in the era where Andrew Urban's question can be asked here. I'd like to hear the other drunk ones try out their best. I'm Jeremiah Bentley, and hello, friends. So, Landon, will you give us...
He should start.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
So, Jeremiah, give us a hello, friends.
Hello, friends.
Ooh, nice. Stephanie?
Hello, friends.
I want you to do both.
I'm Jeremiah Bentley.
I like the head bob.
Yeah, the head bob is good.
Great.
I'm Jeremiah Bentley.
Nice.
He has a different cadence every
Yeah.
time.
He keeps
it fresh.
I've said this on the show before, but not in a long time probably. There were probably a year and a half of us doing a podcast together where I tried to like phrase the intro in a way where he wouldn't say his name again.
I also feel like it's like always kind of a question.
Yeah.
Oh, it is. It is.
Jeremiah Bentley.
I mean, I'm a little bit of an uptalker always, and for some reason I did my own name as if I've forgotten what it might be.
But at a certain point, I like realized, okay, this is part of the bit. We're just gonna lean into it, and that's part of it. And now I kind of love it.
Yeah. I remember one time I hosted for Landon when he was on a trip somewhere, and I made Jeremiah do the intro, and he was like, I hate this.
No, it's very uncomfortable.
Hello, friends.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like there's like a balance of you have to have these like moments people connect to, or like just the repeatable things. Everybody's like, oh, it feels very familiar when you do this.
Yes.
Like, it's like when I listen to stuff you should know I've listened to for like 15 years, and 14 minutes in, like Josh is going to ask Chuck, is it time to take a break? And Chuck has said yes for 2,000 shows in a row, but you're always like, maybe he says no this time. Like, I don't know, like you just like, there are these repeatable moments that you need. And I feel like just like our very much hello friends and I'm a Jeremiah
so
Bentley are two of
comforting.
those. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Like,
why we stole it for Swoon Tower.
Right.
Like, we would never have joined and done a show on this feed without saying, hello, friends, and I'm so-and-so.
Yeah.
It makes me happy to hear y'all do it every time.
We would never not.
Because my job now is basically podcasts. I told my boss the other day that people don't listen to podcasts for education. Like, they might say they do, but they really don't. They listen because they think they have friends. Not only for education. Yeah. They do like to hear things like phrased in ways that they like can consume in a new like frame of mind. But like it's mostly for companionship.
And there's a lot of again, as the joyless nerd of the group here, there are a lot of podcasts that I know exist that have a lot of good information in it, but they are presented in such a dry way. that I'm like, I can't handle
If
this.
you're gonna spend an hour with these people, they have to be people that you want to spend an hour with.
Yeah.
Oh, I've got a segue for this.
Oh God. Okay.
Next
great.
question from Mateo Clark. Speaking of spending an hour with
Mateo.
someone and
I'll spend an hour with Mateo any day.
wet instead of dry, the question is, if you could get shit-faced with any Austin FC player or front office member, who would it be?
I think
And what would y'all
we
drink?
maybe answered the question before we started recording.
No.
Well, we might have, but not directly. And so this is Mateo asking directly on the air, recording now.
I'm looking. So I have my roster pulled up on my phone. The one we mentioned before recording is this is what like my friends deep in supporters group culture get mad at me for saying this, but like I really love Andy Lockney.
Yes.
Oh. Wait, that's an option?
Yeah, it says or front office member.
But players are mostly boring, sometimes stupid. And I'm like, okay, players.
But I have an answer. I have a player answer. Wait, I have an ex front office employee because I've been drunk with Chris Quinn a lot, and he's a lot of fun to drink with. But player like Alexander Svatak, I bet if you got the guy hammered,
No.
you don't think that guy's like if you wanted to have an adventure?
No, that guy's
Yeah.
You might end up with a body in the trunk.
No.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. I'm saying if you want to go like off the rails, like
he's
he's Ukrainian.
Okay,
Yeah,
this
absolutely.
is
Yeah.
Jeremiah. That's
No.
the correct answer for Jeremiah.
Right.
It's not
Yeah.
the correct
Yeah,
answer.
like might we get into like a bar fight and kill some people? Yes, that's definitely him. That's my answer.
It's a murder. It's a murder version of The Hangover.
Listen,
Which we're not saying Jeremiah has or hasn't done.
Yeah, FEF Law, if you're listening, Jeremiah does not need representation currently.
So when I was 11, I was a flower sweeper for the World Figure Skating Championships, and all of the Russian skaters were drunk. Like they just all like took shots of vodka before they skated
Of course,
because
as one does.
Before they threw themselves 15 feet in the air,
Yes,
like with
and won.
blades and ice.
And won everything. But they were also so mean. And it was like so like soul crushing because we were these tiny little stupid ding dongs. Like we didn't know what alcohol was at 11 years old. And like Alexei Yagudin, not very nice.
That's
always
he
said
doesn't
that.
play for Austin FC.
And I don't want to get like an Eastern European drunk because I'm afraid they'll be mean
No,
to me
that-
because of when I was 11.
Yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm looking at the roster here. There's really only so of all the options, I'm saying too boring, too wild.
I mean, Matt Bersano leaving is a real like detriment. to
Bersano
this.
could be
Bersano
good.
would've been.
I'm looking
I
at
bet that guy would be like a super fun dude to get drunk with. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's
that
right.
guy probably rules.
He's right. I think
Yeah.
we had a listener question that we didn't get to recently. It was like In and Out versus Whataburger. And I was like, P. Terry's
Terry's.
is the
P.
right
Terry's.
answer.
Uh,
But look, which player I would like to get drunk with? I think Diego Rubio is a good hang. Like that guy's probably a really good hang. Like charming. He's gonna keep the conversation going. He's
Yeah.
gonna be fun to spend time with.
I'm going to say Brad.
I think
Because-
Brad's probably a messy drunk that's not
Yeah.
fun to be around.
Yeah. That's not fun to be around?
Yeah, because
You
he's
think he
not
gets sloppy
he's not
and-
done it much.
Ooh, no, I think Brad is a secret sassy drunk.
I want to be
Like, he's
around
a
Brad
little
sober.
sassy.
I like Brad sober,
I also like Brad
but I
sober.
think drunk. I think
Ron and
he's
Leanne,
not-
if you know what Brad is like drunk, text me. You have my number.
yeah, I think I would most. This is like cheating because I would be sober, right? And so they would be drunk and I would be sober. I want to hang out with Guilherme Biro after he slammed a couple caipirinhas and like we go out dancing and it's the most like insane, silly, fun night,
that is probably a party.
Yeah.
right?
It is
Honestly,
funny
it's
to
a good
watch. Like
answer.
again, talking about just vibes and like who you want to spend time with. How many people on the team seem to like really love him that don't speak the same language
Yes,
as him?
yes. Like I guarantee it's a party. I guarantee it's awesome.
Yeah.
So that's my pick.
Is it?
Who's your bottom pick? The least.
Oh, I don't want to take Owen home. Like,
Illegal.
Oh, you gotta like you have to carry him, right?
Right, yeah,
you know,
like,
yeah.
he's-
I've met that guy.
yeah, like you would have to like.
My least is Svatok.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm afraid of Eastern Europeans.
I've said it on the show before. He moved here from a war.
He's so
Don't
scary.
mess with that
Yes.
guy.
And mine is Danny. I've drunk with guys like Danny.
Yeah,
like,
I don't
all
wanna
my
drink with
life,
Danny.
and he's
I don't
gonna
wanna
be
drink with
messy,
Danny.
and you're gonna have to carry him home, and
Yes.
he's not gonna want. You're probably gonna fight him to throw him over your shoulder.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Owen will be so sleepy. Like he'll curl up in the back seat, you know, like you
Right.
tuck him in, like yeah, I know how to handle that kind of drunk is all I'm saying.
Wow. Is this a good time to say that I have to pee again?
Oh, we need an ad break.
Yeah,
again,
we can
too.
take a take
another
our
ad
next
break.
ad break and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay. I'm so sorry.
We mistakenly said FBF Law was the premier sponsor. But that's not our premier sponsor.
No,
Well, we didn't read the other one either.
Our premier sponsor is McGuire Woods Consulting.
Helping Central Texans.
at the local, state, and federal level,
Yes.
Yes.
through communications campaigns,
And
lobbying.
That's not,
Oh,
yeah.
darn it, and government affairs at the local, state, and federal levels.
McGuire Woods Consulting has offices in 10 MLS cities.
But they only advertise on this podcast because they love Austin FC.
and
Love
Moon
us.
Tower After Dark. I hope.
Love tequila.
They do, actually. No, it didn't.
You can go to mwllc.com, which is the only time I've gotten that right. Thank you very
No,
much.
you did it.
You
so
did.
close. You did it bad.
NWC LLC.
Yeah, MWC for McGuire Woods Consulting. MWC. MWCLLC.com for more information.
Every time I try to read it sober, I can't do it.
Not when you're drunk either.
Apparently.
Moon Tower After Dark is also brought to you by Sage Wilson Realty. The Sage Wilson team is made up of local real estate professionals who have over 30 years of combined real estate experience.
If you need Sage real estate advice in Austin, Texas, talk to our friends at Sage Wilson Realty.
Check them out online at
Sage Wilson.
SageWilson.com.
Nice.
Is that right?
That is right.
Is that right?
Perfect.
Okay,
Yep,
there we
yep.
go.
SageWilson.com. Print it.
Nailed it.
Awesome. Great ad read. Again, this one may be a little less good than the one before, but that makes sense. We're an hour into the show, and y'all have had already
This
two
is my fourth drink.
consequences.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, dude, is there a
no,
third
there's another
consequence?
Oh, no.
We won't get there just yet. First, we have a question from Logan here, who asks.
Logan who?
It doesn't say. Logan wants
Lots
to know.
of Logans.
If you had to create a thruple with an Austin FC player and
Julio
their
and Jessica.
spouse,
Julio and Jessica.
or invite an Austin FC player into a thruple with your spouse, who would it be?
My answer is none of them because they're so boring and or stupid.
That question got hard in the second half.
Yeah, they had you in the first half.
They
Not gonna lie.
have me in the first half.
Yeah, so it's Julio and his wife.
It's
Or-
you or Jessica. That's the,
Oh my gosh.
that's the real question.
like
Is
that.
it you or Jessica?
Who gets cut?
Jeremiah, go first.
I mean, Brad and Ashley, obviously. I feel like me and Brad and Ashley would kick it off. Like, we'd do marches together. Like, whatever you things do you do as a throuple.
Yeah,
Change the world, make it a better place.
Are we getting into
Like, rub Brad's hair until it actually moved. That would be amazing. in a way.
Is there an FMK question coming?
Oh, of course.
Okay. Well, I'll save that. But like,
No, don't.
Yes.
I was gonna say Brad is like
Mary,
always Mary, right?
obviously.
Okay.
Oh, wait.
The
I
F-
also want to say my wife
and the
doesn't listen.
kill.
So it doesn't matter that I didn't pick her.
Wow,
yeah.
Jeremiah. Neither Landon nor I have that privilege.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, obviously it's me and Brandy and whoever her most handsome player is. But like, given the fact that she's never heard the show, and never will, it's me and Brad and Ashley. Sorry.
but my point is like, Brad is a great person and I love him. I think we're probably on different wavelengths as far as like personal interests, but in FMK, I'm probably never killing him. If that makes sense.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Oh God.
But so your throuple answer.
None of them. I don't want to be married to a soccer player.
Okay, that's fine.
You still have to answer, Steph.
No, shut up.
You're almost sat it out.
How many soccer players are doing drunk podcasts? None of them. None of the good ones.
How many have you
Not that
asked?
we know.
If they're doing it, I'm gonna have a cancelable take about them.
That they
Current,
shouldn't
like
be?
Jimmy Conrad does one every week, but
He's not a player anymore.
Wait, can you imagine if like our Jimmy did a podcast?
I've like
Jimmy
really
time?
never heard him.
I never
talk.
heard him talk. That's what I was gonna say. Yeah, like, I don't know. Like, it might be great.
Literally same, but like a 10-minute podcast every week, Jimmy time.
It's
That would be good.
It's
It's
probably
marketable.
not though. Is the thing.
It's probably crazy.
Marketable and good are different things.
That's true.
I have learned in my job
As
as
content
a marketer
creator.
Now. Wow, Landon, I'm a brand marketing manager.
And you've learned that good stuff doesn't sell.
So, Steph, your answer.
No, I didn't answer.
No, you said Julio.
Mike and Julio.
Jessica, right?
Me, Mike, and Julio.
You sure?
Fuck Jessica. Yeah.
Well, that's
Sadly.
that's what you're losing.
Yeah, I know. Sadly, she's amazing. She's
Wow.
so beautiful.
Yeah. I think
Did you see the video they posted today?
from Bali.
The one. Yeah, you would have seen it today.
I just feel like it would be so out of place with them.
Yeah, same, but like excitingly.
There's like pressure to compete, right?
I'd be
It's
like-
Yeah, like I'm
Yeah,
not.
I can't.
I'm like let's get this straight. I am not like sexy enough to be part of Julio and Jessica's life.
Big third wheel energy.
Yes, but I would be that third wheel.
You're willing to do that.
Yeah, I'm going a different route. I would invite Seba into our relationship
Oh no.
because
The nose ring. Do you want me to put the fake nose ring back in?
He's
I'll do it. I got a new
so
one. I ordered
rich.
A new one off of it.
I could quit my job
Oh,
today. Like before we left here, I could quit.
If you put even a percentage of his salary into a 401k,
gotta
just
love
let it
Landon.
compound
Right,
over
yeah.
50 years, you could retire and it'd be fine.
Right.
Are you pushing for like a JG Wentworth as a sponsor?
Like I'm just saying,
I need a
Cash
structured
now.
settlement.
like I'm sure Amplify Credit Union can help you with a high interest.
Great high
Yeah, yeah,
interest.
yeah.
Yeah, savings account. Yeah.
And so like I would go to them right away once Seba entered our throuple. And he wouldn't even notice.
I'm thinking of money.
Yeah, you fucked up. So that's my choice, is Seba. But along those lines, Landon, what a great transition to our first FMK. We can call this, it's Moon Tower After Dark.
Who built this? Did you do it or is this a listener question?
This is a listener question. We got a lot of FMKs from the listeners. And so I think this is the cleanest version of it, the most simple, from Scott Dickerson. He wants us to FMK the starting 11. And so
how do you
out
do
of the
that?
starting 11, you pick one player to F, one player to M, and one player to K.
Yeah, easy.
Oh no, but that's the kill gets mean when you're choosing out of a large group.
No, it doesn't. It's
The-
just honest.
The kill is only acceptable because that's the only option remaining.
All right.
I don't know. Is that on the board?
How about of our wingers on the roster?
Wingers.
So that would be John Gallagher, Osman Bukhari, and Hadair Obrian.
And we're talking personalities. They're going to live in our house if we marry them.
Yeah.
This is not start, bench, sell. This is,
No. This is
Okay, John
actual
Gallagher,
fuck, actual
Hadair
marry,
Obrian.
actual kill.
It's
Fuck
so
John
easy
Gallagher, marry Hadair Obrian, killed Osman Bukhari.
for me. Wow.
I
Wow.
think
Not
that's
at all what
that's
I
not a
had.
bad shot.
No.
Hadair seems like a good family man.
Like the way that he brought his baby into his goal celly.
Yeah, it was offside.
He's also like he's also like Hader seems like a family man, but also passionate and like has
and
some energy to him.
Gally, I'm sorry, Midwestern butter dad.
He's a butter dad.
He's a
which
butter dad.
some people's flavor, but
it's not my flavor.
it's maybe not for maybe not for you or me.
Yeah, might be for Jeremiah.
I think I like your
I'm
answers.
killing Oberon, so yeah, it's absolutely. I'm feeling very. different
So
from
what's
that.
your answers?
Well, John Gallagher, who's my first. I don't know
Marry?
what the first question was. I'm
Marry or
marrying
fuck?
that dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, again, this is horses for courses. This is preferences. I don't think there's any wrong answers here.
No.
And then, I mean, Bukhari, he's like athletic. I feel like he would some stuff that we could
up.
do.
Keep up.
I'm just saying, like,
He's
I'm
like
looking
the
for the
most-
F part of it. I'm like, yeah.
He's like the most like.
I mean, he's young. He's
Race horse.
quick.
very
He's like
young.
moves around.
I feel
he's
like
got,
as a
I mean, I'm just saying-
marriage material, he needs a good 5 years on him.
Yeah. He's not quite. Yeah, he's not quite ready to go now, but I feel like he knows all the things that he can do. So yeah, absolutely. I don't have any, no doubt.
Yeah,
around
he
that.
knows his skills. He knows where like his high scores are.
He has a child, so he knows all the things he can do.
Yeah. Great. I think I would probably go. I think I would marry John Gallagher.
That's not, it's not a bad option.
No.
I would say for Mary, I'm going John or Hader.
Or Hader.
Yeah.
For sure.
I think I
And
would.
I honestly feel like that's because I don't see a lot of Bukhari's like personality.
Yes.
But also
And that's something that like maybe we'll see this year. Like we'll see some of that come
he's
through.
also just significantly younger than the other two.
That's also true.
Yeah, it's not the age thing for me. It's the personality thing. I worry that as like my read of him is that maybe he's a little bit more introverted.
Yeah.
And I think John, while being an introvert, is like more comfortable with being in public, which is important to me. So
I found a bunch of interviews with Bukhari when he was at Red Star, and found an interview with a Serbian some outlet, a video interview, and they took him to a Serbian restaurant and fed him Serbian food. He'd been playing for Red Star for 2 years, I think. Had not had Serbian food. And they asked him like, "What music do you like?" And he's like, "Oh, I don't know any Serbian music. What music do you like?" And he said, "Regular music."
Well,
he is such a sweet baby angel. Like at his welcome party, he was so like
Yeah.
reserve.
unsure.
again,
deer in headlight.
This is the magic of the FMK game. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm not going to pick someone to kill. That's just the last option.
Yeah. Okay. So we do have a whole bunch of these from Trevor Allison.
Okay.
Our next FMK, Rodney Redis, Tomas Pochettino, and Emiliano Rigoni.
Wait, say it again.
Rodney Redis,
Red is.
Tomas Pochettino, and Emiliano Rigoni.
Fuck. Shoot.
Fuck Rodney Redis. This is easy. This is easy for me.
Hey,
Fuck Rodney Redis. Marry Emiliano Rigoni.
That's my child.
Kill Pochettino.
Wow. Yeah. Kill
Pochettino.
Kill Toto.
I feel like Kill
Pochettino-
Pocho. It has to be
Kill
like
Toto.
he's.
He
Yeah,
seems
it has
like a
to be like a
very
universal
boring
opinion.
person.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Toto.
I'm not doing anything with
Yeah.
him.
Yep,
Done.
consensus.
Dead. Bye.
Emmy seems like a solid dude.
Yeah, you also could start a band with him in the
Very
upstairs.
interesting.
Yeah.
Again, this is what I'm looking for. So many. When I say
But
soccer
he's
players
so
are
pretty.
boring,
I feel like I might have
Yeah.
to choose.
So would you marry Rodney
No,
instead?
But you're gonna marry Rodney.
Yeah,
in that
I mean, I
case.
guess-
Yeah, Rodney can't even say a sentence.
Rodney
Oh, that's fair.
can't
That's
say
fair.
a
That's fair. Okay.
When I
My son is like this is an unfair question. This is
All right.
Incest.
I guess we all agree. We all agree here. That
But
everyone-
yeah, when I say soccer players are boring, it's because most of them have no interests other than soccer, or like
and the guitar is.
I like to
interesting.
go to restaurants or buy cars, or and like they don't know anything else.
Restore cars.
But
Jack.
Emmy is
Were you
like,
not- were you not
I'm
paying
like
attention,
a-
Landon?
yeah. I
Us-
play cumbia.
I'm a serviceable percussionist and have a band that I play in. I'm like,
yeah,
okay,
Emmy's good. Emmy.
He has an esports team.
yeah.
That's true. Yeah.
He'd be cool.
Absolutely. Landon has the right answer.
Yep.
Oh my god. I am.
All right, Josh Wolf, Claudio Reyna, and Sean
Wait,
Rubio.
Also,
Killed
Pochettino plays music and it's bad. He plays guitar and sings, and it's the most boring version of what you could ever imagine.
Okay. Kill Claudio Reyna.
Wait,
Yeah.
say the names again.
Fuck
Claudio
Sean
Reyna,
Rubio.
Sean Rubio, and Josh Wolf.
Fuck Sean Rubio, even though
I
he is
don't
very
like
much
this.
not my type. I'm fine with this. I will answer this for the team. Marry Josh Wolf because he has very talented babies.
Who are gonna pay your bills for the rest of your life?
Yes.
But actually, Claudio Reyna's baby is the one most positioned to like pay your bills
He
for the
has
rest of his
the
life.
single most talented baby,
Yeah, but he's also a piece of shit.
but he's a millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah, I mean, what are we valuing here?
Right.
I agree. Yeah.
I'm valuing talented
The person who
children.
picked Seba Drisi in your thruple because of his money.
Listen, my friend just texted me and asked me if I was winning. I don't know. Of
course.
Say yes.
Win,
Just say yes.
But are you answering correctly?
Yes.
LOL. No.
Just respond, yes, I'm winning.
I am drunk and losing.
Wait, so we're killing Claudio? Yes.
Yes, kill Claudio.
That's a Shakespeare line. So
I said it. I said it and I didn't even.
Jeremiah, what are you doing with your last two?
I mean, I'll marry Josh. The dude.
Because of the babies.
The dude, he has smart babies. He has talented babies. I mean, he loves golf. I feel like we like sports. We could probably like talk about the crossword puzzle over coffee in the morning. Like, I feel like we have a
Do
very.
you have secret intel that Josh likes crossword puzzles?
He seems like a crossword puzzle guy. I feel like we could have a very comfortable. We could have a very comfortable life together. We'd probably like to try restaurants. Yeah, I'm gonna marry Josh.
I don't want to answer this one.
All right, that's fine.
You don't have to.
Yeah,
you
we
go to the
can
next
skip
one.
it. The next one is Matthew McConaughey at an Austin FC match, Matthew McConaughey at a UT football game, and McConaughey
UT
acting
football.
in a movie set in Texas.
No, we're killing him at Austin FC.
Kill UT football.
No, he contributes nothing to Austin
Kill-
FC. Kill him.
College.
Everybody gets their own answers.
Kill college.
No, but my answer is right.
But kill college football.
Okay.
Everything.
And then
from
what
college
else?
Football. Fuck a movie. Marry Austin FC.
I think I'll swap some of yours because
The ones that aren't football.
I'll marry the movie version
Okay.
because I can pretend he's someone else.
Look, he's fought dragons. He's been a
What?
miscreant
In
boyfriend.
what?
He was a lawyer.
In what?
In Rain of
has
Fire, he was
fought
bald and fought
dragons?
like dragons, shooting
Yeah.
fire.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's true.
Rain of Fire.
It's not a good movie.
With him and Christian Bale.
I have not seen
It's
that.
terrible.
I think you
I'm
mean
drunk.
Gareth
I might watch it
Bale.
when I get home.
Gareth Bale?
I get
Wait,
these
maybe-
confused every time. I have
That
to
tracks.
think like, wait, which
Wait,
one's
who did you say?
the Welsh football player?
I haven't answered yet.
Gareth.
Landon is. Christian.
Christian Bale.
Batman.
Gareth Bale. I forgot.
Also,
All right, let's get back on the rails.
Batman, Patrick Bateman, and the Machinist.
Right, Gareth Bale.
Yes.
Landon.
Yeah, and the guy who golfs a lot.
McConaughey at an Austin FC match. McConaughey at a UT football game. McConaughey acting in a movie set.
Killing football McConaughey
Okay.
because playing football made my life worse and caused me multiple surgeries over my life. I will marry, again, I'm going to marry a version of movie McConaughey because he's a good actor. And I'm sure, I can't think of one now, but I'm sure there's a character he's played that would be a good husband.
Okay. How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days. He was pretty good in that.
Yeah, he's he's an undeniably good actor.
Yeah.
And a man that my respect for has peaked and troughed very highly and deeply over the years.
Yep.
But I can pretend he's someone else when he's in a movie.
Great. And Jeremiah.
What was his TV show with Woody Harrelson?
He was on a TV show?
Yeah. True Detective. True Detective season
Oh,
1.
sure.
He was amazing in that.
Time is a flat circle.
Yes.
Yeah, but I wouldn't want to marry Cole.
marry that version.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
want to marry Russ
I was trying to
Cole.
think of like Russ Cole and also Dallas Buyers Club, Matthew McConaughey. Like,
Sure.
he was not what I married. But Wolf of Wall Street, Matthew McConaughey. Yes. So, yeah. So I'm going to marry that movie him. I'm going to Longhorns him because he actually like shows up and tries and cares and really is actually
He's
kind of the
gonna give it
minister.
his all.
He's actually doing his job at UT. And I'm going to kill like Austin FC one because nobody would miss him.
Because he's phoning it in.
Nobody would miss. Literally nobody would miss him. And
You don't want to F the guy who's phoning it in.
And really, honestly, like Austin FC culture might be better if he was completely removed from it. Because like people spend their times minimizing his contribution, which they've done a good job of. But if they didn't have to even worry about minimizing it, we might even be better.
That's fair. Yeah.
Amen.
All right. We have another
We said we love college
FMK.
football, Steph. That's what we were doing. Yeah, we
never mind.
so much.
This one is Q2 Stadium, Palmer Field, and that field at St. Ed's that they used to train on.
Oh,
I got this one too. All right, we're gonna kill that field at St. Ed's.
absolutely.
We're gonna
This is, again, a matter of taste here.
Yeah.
we're
want-
gonna
you want your
marry
workhorse?
No,
Or do you
we're
want
gonna
your-
marry Palmer Field
Yeah.
because like I can drink a lot of beer, eat a lot of food over the next 30 or 40 years, wherever long I'm married, for way more cost effectively at Palmer Field than I can at Q2. Which leaves me like fucking Q2. For like one moment, I'm just gonna go nuts. Gonna have $24 pepperoni rolls and a
Q2.
$23 beer. And
Q2 is the
Q2.
Osman Bukhari.
yeah, like one
stadiums.
night. Let's
This-
go crazy, pop it off, and get out of there.
Yeah, I think this is an important thing that a lot of people miss about this game, is they think that like if you marry someone, that the rules of the game say you can never like have sex with that person. That's not what it's saying. It's like it's a one night stand essentially.
Yeah.
It's like who's the most fun to have the one night stand with? Q2 Stadium's a pretty good one night stand.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Palmerfield's a great marriage.
I agree. Yeah, I think Jeremiah nailed it.
Especially if they have those tempura vegetables ever again.
Who had that?
One of the
One of the burger
Containers?
places
All right.
had tempura vegetable as like a side, and then they never have had it this year. They
yeah.
were always sold out.
But if you were married, you could exert some pressure
The
to bring it back.
tacos at the taco spot are
I
solid
think
every
that
time.
Jeremiah has the right idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeremiah
Yeah,
wins.
that's a consensus win. I think the heart of Palmer Field shows a lot of love, you know. And then this last one, Matt's El Rancho,
What?
Chewy's, or El Arroyo.
Kill Chewy. Kill the two that I don't know and marry Chewy's.
I'm marrying Chewy's. I'm fucking El Arroyo. The signs are fun, man.
I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever. Oh, that's that one.
That's the signs.
Yeah, the signs one. I don't think I've
Kill
ever
Matt's
heard
El
that
Rancho.
being said hook.
Kill Matt's El Rancho is like, it's like if you took where me and Ashley are from and made it their favorite Mexican restaurant. That's what Matt's El Rancho is. And it's not what Austin's favorite restaurant is, which maybe I'm wrong because it's very popular. But
Jeremiah?
I would think that all three of those are actually that. All three of those restaurants
I will say,
are Austin, like
I agree.
very average or worse Austin nostalgia restaurants, and I would kill
Yeah,
all
but
of
you're
them.
not looking at the food. You're
No,
looking at
but
the vibe.
You can't.
Chewy's knows what I really want.
Boom Boom sauce.
Yes.
And it's a chimichanga with boom boom.
Okay,
sauce.
in that way, then I will marry Chewy's
Yeah.
because they love boom boom sauce.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck El Royal because that like the sign's gonna
Sounds
excite me
fun.
for a night.
Yeah.
It's fun. And
It's
kill
fun,
Matt's El
it's silly.
Rancho.
The Danny
Yeah.
Pereira of Mexican restaurants.
Maybe you don't tell all your friends that you had that one night stand with El Arroyo.
But you enjoyed it.
yeah.
You have
Yeah, you tell your close friends.
that's the
No,
right-
honestly, it was pretty good.
that's the right move.
But Chewy's knows what you want.
Yeah. That's
And
the
it is
second,
boom boom sauce.
Unanimous.
Yeah. Those were good. Great FMK
Wait,
session.
whose question was that?
That was Trevor Allison with
Trevor.
the majority of those. And then a bunch of people sent in FMKs for the whole team.
Wait, is it? We need to do the last trivia.
We sure do.
Okay.
Oh God,
And here it is
Chris.
from Chris Wellhausen.
Chris Buffer.
I was wondering who everyone's favorite guest was. Psych! It's another trivia question. Don't worry. This is my last one in case you've committed and used all of these. With that in mind, I'd still like to respectfully request that anyone who answers incorrectly takes a shot. This is one that only a true Austin FC podcaster would know. What saying does Diego Fagundez have tattooed on his neck?
Diego Fagundez does not know. Because when we interviewed him, he was like, I think one of the listener questions we posed to him was,
It absolutely was.
What's
I know where you're going.
What's your favorite tattoo? And he was like, it's like something like, and
It's
then
the
he had
one
to,
on my leg. And
he
he's
had
like,
to
roll
pull his
pants
pants up and look at it to know what it said. I'm like, bro, you put this permanently on your only human body and you don't know what it says.
To be fair, I have a lot of friends with a lot of tattoos that they don't know exist anymore because they're in places they don't look at. So I'm not going to fault the guy for that. But this is...
Would they say it's their favorite tattoo?
Fair enough. This is specifically what he has on his neck. Jeremiah will get the first question.
I'm going to go with no regrets.
Jeremiah, you face a consequence. It is not no regret.
You know what? I'm
We don't get
willing to
we
accept
don't get
that too.
multiple choice.
Oh, you want multiple choice?
Is that an option?
Yeah.
No, I don't. I'm fine. I'm good.
yes.
I'm going to fuck it up.
Jeremiah wants the shot.
Live, laugh, love.
On
Be
brand.
you. Blessed or grateful.
He almost certainly has a BU tattoo. I don't know if it's on his neck. I'm going to say it's on his neck.
Oh God.
You also face a consequence.
He definitely has that tattoo.
He does have that tattoo, but I'm pretty sure it's on his wrist.
Does he also have a live, laugh? Wait, I'm not going to answer this after
Live,
Steph
laugh, love.
answers.
It's live, laugh, love.
It is not live, laugh, love. Why would you think that?
What's the fourth option? Because I
He
wasn't
pr-
listening. I was Googling Diego Fagundez neck tattoo.
You were cheating?
Ashley, why would you?
You get a consequence.
No.
The correct answer was blessed.
Why?
Of course. Of
Hashtag
course.
blessed.
Yeah, I wish it was a hashtag.
Did you finish that already?
It's
Yeah.
a shot, Stephanie.
Wait, Jeremiah, did you finish yours
Yeah.
already?
It's a shot, Stephanie.
I
Stephanie,
just
drink it.
got mine.
And while Stephanie's drinking that, Landon, this question's for you from Phil and Cindy. Landon, tell the people about the time you laughed harder than you've ever laughed.
Phil and Cindy caught him.
That's correct.
So the moment they're talking about, which I think they're right. This is not just in their experience. I was like struggling to breathe and like was fearing for my physical safety because of how hard I was laughing. We were playing.
Cards Against Humanity.
Yes, I didn't remember the name of the game. Cards Against Humanity, and it was the prompt was, what is this thing? Here's the church, here's the steeple,
Open the doors.
open the doors,
Here's the
and
people.
that was the prompt. And then the card that was played was crumbs all over the goddamn carpet. I played that card, and I was like sitting there about to explode, and then someone read it, and I almost suffocated because I was laughing so hard.
This is the most wholesome possible outcome from a Cards Against Humanity prompt.
Yeah.
Like, I really thought this question was going elsewhere, but oh, I'm so glad it got told.
It's just like my favorite kind of humor is like, Ashley, confirm 100% my shit.
That's cute. Speaking of cute, this question comes from Timon, if he's
Of Athens?
if he's
Timon.
Shakespeare, or
Timon.
Timon, depending on where he
Timon
might be
of
from.
Athens.
I don't know.
Timon of
The
Africa.
light.
The Lion King.
Timon of
Timon asks, recreate the Ocean's 11 crew with Austin FC players and staff past and present.
11
Mike.
is so many.
that's
Correct.
11?
It's too many. And Timon also knew this because he said, Mike, I won't be offended if you pick a different classic movie crew. So I have picked Scooby-Doo. That's
Who's in
5.
Scooby-Doo.
So we've got a Velma.
A dog.
We've
Velma's
got
the nerd.
Yep,
Velma's the nerd.
Daphne's the
the hot one.
one.
Yep.
Fred's the Chad.
Bimbo. Himbo.
Chad's like the
Fred's the himbo.
Cyclops.
Yeah.
Fred
Like
Fred
the
is a himbo.
sure, but he follows the rules. He's like the
rules
rule
himbo.
guy.
Shaggy's the stoner bro.
Yep.
Shaggy's
Scooby's
And
the
then the
dog.
Yeah.
So dog, nerd,
Talking dog.
hot, himbo, drugs.
Drugs?
Wait,
Oh,
who's
sure.
drugs?
Scooby.
There's always smoke coming out of that.
Yeah. Shaggy.
Any?
Wait, from Austin FC?
Yes.
Yeah.
Past or present.
Players and staff.
Taking my shot.
Players and staff, past or present.
I'm trying to pick any of them.
All right. Well, obviously,
Who's the bimbo?
Breakfast
Like, let's say
taco.
bimbo.
Okay.
This isn't.
We'll
like,
start with Bimbo.
Emiliano Rigoni.
I can do that. Steph, I'm in on this. Yeah. Or Diego Fagundez.
No, but
I want to say Maxi.
no, Maxi is
No.
He's too
Not
saucy
Maxi.
for a
Not
Daphne.
too.
Yeah.
I think
he has too much
Daphne's saucy.
personality. I don't know the Scooby.
The lore.
That's your fault then. You don't know the
There's also multiple like Scooby
eras.
lore.
Yeah.
yeah.
I said the big dumb pretty boy. I'm gonna go with Drew Yusey.
Yeah.
For
I think,
Fred.
I think
He's
Fred,
my friend.
Fred is a pretty easy
Yeah,
to see.
Fred
I
is
think there's
Yeah.
other options, but that's safe.
Yep.
Who's our Shaggy? Like who's the Shaggy?
Diego.
Matt Bersano.
Danny.
Matt
Danny.
Bersano.
Oh, Matt Bersano.
Matt Bersano, Shaggy.
It is Matt
He might
Bersano.
actually be Shaggy. Yeah.
Once I found out that he had that knee injury from messing around at practice.
I love that he posted that.
Like,
on
oh
his
my
farewell
gosh.
message. Like
Holy
again,
crap.
talking about soccer players being boring. That's a fun thing to do as a professional soccer
Yes.
player.
Yes. What a guy.
No, but I think that's a good. That's
Okay, who's like for drug loving dog? I feel like
Danny
y'all
Pereira.
two.
Danny Pereira.
It's like in a heartbeat, right? Like Danny is the most Scooby guy on the team.
If he's not Shaggy,
Right.
then he's absolutely Scooby.
I don't know the answer.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess you
I
could
thought
do
you had an answer.
you could do Danny as Shaggy with Owen as Scooby.
No, but I feel like they're too much on the same level.
Owen's a Fred.
Owen
Owen's
will
too
grow
much
up
of
to be a Fred
yeah.
for
No,
sure.
I want to know who your Velma is, Landon. Who's your like fucking sucker nerd?
Brad
Brad.
Dessler are Velmas.
Yeah.
Ethan Finley.
Ethan Finley.
Ethan Finley was my Velma. Ethan Finley was my Velma. Yeah.
See anymore.
It's past.
Past or present.
Finley.
Past or present.
Oh, Pastor. Preston.
And if we're doing
Sorry.
FMKs of the Scooby-Doo gang, I'm always marrying a Velma.
Oh yeah,
Who are you marrying?
Velma.
Is that the nerd?
Yes.
Okay.
But she's like
Wow,
competent.
this room got silent.
She's like one of the
All
only
a sudden,
competent people of the gang.
All right, I'll take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So who do we miss? Daphne, who's just like hot and stupid.
Yeah, that's Drucy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Brucey.
Yeah. So who do you get for
Wait, who's
Fred?
Oh no, yeah.
Daphne or Fred. We have to pick.
I think
And we have to
Drucy's
know
a
who-
Daphne.
Brucey's a Daphne.
I think Driussi's a Daphne
Okay.
for sure.
Then who's Fred? It's like hot and a leader. Alex Ring is.
But like
for
maybe
that.
like an unearned leader.
Yeah.
And earned or unearned?
Unearned leader.
Fred drove the van. Like Fred.
Yeah, Fred had a
yeah.
license. So,
Josh
it's Jossie Zardes.
oh, no.
It's Jossie Zardes. Unearned
might
leader
be right.
who drove the van.
You might be right. Because Fred's not unlikable.
No.
You're like, I'd have a beer with Fred.
Yeah, but he's not great at
Yeah.
solving mysteries.
No.
Or scoring goals. I think we did it.
Okay.
This next one is, I think we are at the point now where Landon's answer will be great. From Alex von Lemden. Alex wants to know, you get to give Nico Estevez one piece of specific tactical advice. He must follow this advice next season, no matter what.
Oh, boy.
What do you tell him?
Oh my God. I need to preface this with the boring but correct take that I've never been a soccer coach. I am not a soccer coach.
Oh my God, we know.
Boring.
What's your advice?
Honestly, it's a thing I think he's already going to do, and a thing he did with FC Dallas, which was improve our transition defense and like prioritize that phase of play, because it's a thing that Josh Wolf seemed to never care about. And even though like their styles of play are going to be fairly similar, I think that's a thing that Nico will prioritize on a more just like enjoying watching them play, is like playing inside more. It seemed Josh always liked to play up the flanks and didn't care care much about playing to the interior. And I think there's just like a lot of fun, enjoyable soccer that happens in that area that I understand there's like statistical reasons why you wouldn't do it in certain moments, but I think it's more fun to watch when you play in that area. So I think that's like
Play in the middle of the park, no matter what.
Prioritize zone 14.
Nice.
Google
I want
it.
Steph to go since she almost fell asleep during Landon's answer.
Wow.
I have one, but what's yours?
Score goals.
Nice.
You know what? That would actually be better than what we've done. So that's a really good one.
Literally, my advice was score more goals than the other team.
And
He has to do it.
yeah.
That's the best advice you could give.
If he doesn't
can't.
do it, then
I think he's gonna be.
good
He's gonna,
at
he's gonna be in 7 or 8 or 10 years. He's gonna have a job. For fun reasons, I hate this, but like, take the short corner.
Ooh.
Oh, wow.
Look at Jeremiah.
I hate a short corner. I hate a short corner. He loves a short corner, but they're actually good.
Yeah.
if you do them good, then they're good. But I feel like they were like overwrought at times in the Wolf area. Like if you do a quick, concise, planned short corner, they are statistically better.
Yeah.
But if you fuck around and like end up with the same bullshit corner from that area when it's not an opportune moment to do it, that's not good anymore.
Landon, you're getting too boring, and I'm interrupting
I am.
you.
Again, you
If
need to
speed bump.
save me from myself.
Yeah.
Did you just say speed bump?
You were doing
Yeah.
a speed bump? All right.
So Jeroen Naus.
Yeroen.
Jeroen Naus wants to know if Speed Bump ran away with the love of his life, which mascot would you bring in off the bench? Name and type of animal.
Oh, we're inventing this character.
Breakfast taco, the Pitbull puppy.
My answer is Gracky the Grackle. The Austin FC Facebook group unofficial mascot, Gracky the Grackle,
That'd be pretty good.
is my ideal Austin FC mascot.
I'd like to submit this as my runner-up for most cancelable take. It's Verdissimo.
You're full in?
When Verdissimo was first announced and like the way it was presented, I was like, I don't know about all this. And then as you think of Verdissimo as like a cartoon character,
Come to life.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think Verdissimo is great. And they've backed off of Verdissimo. In 2024, he was far less prominent than he was in 2023.
Maybe on the internet, but not in the stands.
No, he was in the stands as well. Like,
No, he was all over.
In our
It was
section,
awesome.
really?
Yeah.
everywhere.
I feel like in 2023, like he came to our section, which were like, in the upper deck. And,
That's
like,
crazy.
I have photos with him just like romping around.
Yeah.
And in 2024, it seemed like they backed off a little bit.
He was all over the lower bowl.
Okay.
yeah.
No, I was going to agree with Verdissimo, so I'm trying to find a point of argument. Like, but him as like a
superhero.
like as a superhero and a mascot, because like I feel like when they rolled him out, it was like Verdissimo, who's gonna like be a capo in the stands, which is stupid. But like, yeah, if he's like a mascot, he's better than like the Stanford Tree.
Yeah. Like if you could get video of Verdissimo suplexing every single one of our like opponents' crests, like that would be sick, right? Body slamming and jumping off the top rope onto the like timbers chainsaw guy would be awesome. Like, yeah, I think Verdissimo would be cool. Second to Gracky, obviously.
Are there any other Austin paraphernalia that could fit this mold that we're missing?
Like a bong, like a giant bong with eyes, maybe. That had Willie Nelson's braids on it that we created as an individual.
Ooh,
character.
yeah. How would you feel about the marketing activation of the Austin FC bat?
Oh, I love bats.
But
Christmas movie.
as my family who's had a rabid bat in our house and has had to take rabies shots.
you
know,
still
all
have a
of us
rabid bat in your
No, not now, but like you never
have
forget
had
rabies
one.
shots. Yeah. It was terrible. So like I'm not a big bat fan.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
All right. This one's from Laura. who wants to know, what's the craziest rumor you heard last season that you couldn't share at the time?
Are there any that we heard that we can share?
I think we shared ones that like we got that did not come to pass.
No one
are
tells
what?
Steph and I anything.
I just have a bad memory.
So-
I'm like genuinely asking. There's probably some we know that can share now, and I don't remember them.
What was the time?
last season.
Okay, wait. Okay, so I think we can feel like it's safe now to couch this in. One of the most interesting things we heard in a player review was when Felipe Martin talked about how much he hated.
No, that was Ruben.
When Ruben talked about how much
Ruben
he hated.
Gabrielson said that. I think one of like the listener questions that we were sent was, which MLS player do you hate? And he said
Chicho.
it was Chicharito.
Little Pete, Chicharito.
And
And he said that in the interview.
he said
and
it
they
in
were
the
asked
interview,
to leave it
and
out.
we were playing them that week. And so they asked, like, hey, could y'all maybe cut that? Because we don't need, like, it's already going to be a tough game. Would y'all mind?
Not giving them
cutting
locker
that out.
room
Yeah,
material.
right. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
It's like don't give them the bulletin board material about how like Ruben hates Chicharito. I feel like that's like as far as I can tell. I remember that's
I
the
think
only
that's-
thing we've ever.
That's like the spiciest
done.
thing
Yeah.
that we've heard
I
that
miss
anybody
Ruben
would
so
care to hear about. and like, again, like the Austin FC, I feel weird about this kind of stuff, is like our relationship with the front office. And I think we get accused at times of being too friendly or not being like spicy enough with our takes. And like genuinely, we don't hold back that much. This is just our personalities and like our genuine beliefs and opinions. That was one moment where they asked us to like cut back and hold back something for a very specific reason. And we said, okay, we'll do that for this very specific reason. But no, like, be very aware that we're doing you a favor. And
you know, the other stupidest reason, the other stupidest thing they asked us to talk about was I don't remember who we were interviewing. It was when Bobby Epstein released a challenge for Austin FC to play against Austin Bold. And we were going to interview, I think it was Brad.
this is for people who like do not work for the club and have not for like multiple years.
Yeah. I think it was like we were going to interview Brad Stuver. I was like, you can interview Brad Stuver, but you do not ask him about like the Austin Bold wanting to play a game against Austin FC because
And we were
like, we
like,
just can't.
We do not
Like,
care about this.
literally,
We
yeah,
were
yeah,
not
like,
going to
yeah.
ask about this, but they specifically asked, like, don't
Yeah.
talk about this.
Oh my God.
They,
And
they
again,
called me
this-
like 15 minutes before the interview. Like the interview is going to be off unless you don't. I'm like, okay, that's
And
a
again, this-
stupid
this
rumor,
is like-
but
Thank you.
Multiple comms departments ago.
Yeah.
Like, none of the people who are involved now were involved in this call, but we thought that was very funny. Because, like, that is not a thing we even care to ask about.
Laura also has another question that I think is probably more interesting to me. If all of your dogs were on a dog soccer team together, what position would each dog play?
Oh God.
Oh,
Hero?
man.
oh, y'all see, y'all go on Hero.
Yeah, I
What do you
think
want to?
I think Hero is a goal dangerous winger. He's very good at dribbling. He's very fast. And he's also physically strong enough to like fight off a center back. And so like he would cut inside.
I guess I'll go with Mike's.
Well, what? No, because everybody can have their own opinion.
No.
Oh, man. Ashley.
Well, I'll go with one of my dogs, and then you can talk about Tito, and then we can fill in the other
Poppy.
one. So, no, Finn. Finn is a very defensive. Like when the doorbell rings, he hides under a couch. when like we say words, he like goes away. It's like Finn's he's like always backtracking. Like Finn is a central defensive midfielder from like birth to death for sure.
I will say, okay, if Finn is I forget the old school soccer terms, stopper, sweeper. Stopper is the aggressive one, sweeper is the, okay. Yeah, stopper is the more aggressive one, sweeper is the more defensive one.
if Finn is our sweeper, staying more defensive, Tito, he looked up when I said his name. He is very eager to please. So he's not going to go too far from home, but is going to be more aggressive than the dog hiding under the couch when the doorbell rings. And so he's like, I'll be the one to step and win this ball, but I'm also not going to do a Ruby and Gabrielson box-to-box center back kind of thing.
Sure.
Can we stop talking about Ruben?
Oh, no.
Steph, where would you put Hero on the field?
I don't know. He's so strong.
Yeah.
He's versatile. He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's a center back. Because he's so tall.
That could be good for a forward.
Legs.
Could be good for a forward, too.
He has so many legs.
But he's so good at But he's...
Sorry for the audio quality there. Steph stopped talking into the microphone and just started talking directly.
He's so good at
It's a very Cleopatra thing going on over here right now. Yeah.
I am not...
He's so good at dog.
Yeah, he's so good at being a dog, and he's so good at soccer.
Tell us about Poppy, Jeremiah.
Gosh. Well, I feel like it's a dog who ran out in the backyard and chased down a cat and got her eye clawed out 3 weeks ago. And then also ran out in the backyard, chased a squirrel, and could have had the same thing happen again today.
That sounds like a Destroyer 6.
No, I was thinking center forward, like just aggressive.
Destroyer 6.
Just moving forward all the time.
6.
Yeah, it's so Alex Ring.
Consequences.
Diego
Yeah.
Chara.
Yeah.
This is a
wrecking ball.
Wrecking ball of a
She
6.
is. She's a 17-pound wrecking ball for whatever you need her to be.
Yeah, that sounds like 2021 Alex Ring.
Yeah.
Whatever you need her to be, direct and fast and good at it. All right, our last question.
Oh, God.
If Austin FC and MLS folded, but the club was required by a lease contract with the stadium to still produce and or perform 34 entertainment events with the players and coaches currently on the team, and your season tickets are still valid for these events, what would you go to see?
Steph is raising her hand.
Yes, Stephanie.
I'm just saying that 34 is so close to the number of plays that Shakespeare wrote.
But it's only 17 home games, right?
Sure, but I'm
There
just
are
reading the
only
question.
Maybe 17 plays that Shakespeare wrote that are good.
They would do 17 other road games, road plays.
Yeah. So I think that it would be a very good Shakespeare season at home. And all of our players, because here's the thing, Shakespeare was not for the smart.
That's true.
Is that true?
That is true.
Yeah, it was
for stupid people?
Yeah.
That's why I can understand it.
Yeah.
When it's good, yes.
Real. When it's good, it's because it was for the drunks and the like common workers. It wasn't for the monarchy.
Yeah, it's
It
for
was
anybody
for-
that could last through this show.
It was
Shakespeare's
for,
for
people who
you.
were throwing shit, like throwing bottles on the pitch. Like that's Shakespeare. And that's what it is. So like, if that's the question, then that's my answer. Goodbye.
Some of the other options because stage plays was in here. Then also maybe monster truck rallies,
No,
circus
thank you.
acts, American Gladiator, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
Oh,
so,
God, they would be so good at American Gladiator.
The All-Star Game skills challenge would be fun.
oh
that
yeah,
would be fun.
17 of those.
Like a season of that.
Yeah.
Where like
Love
people could
that.
like actually get good at them.
Love the skills
That would be fun.
challenges.
Because like the most frustrating part of it in the All-Star Game is that all these people have never done any of these things before.
Yes.
And like given a moment to practice, they would probably be really good.
Yeah.
I think that could be a lot of fun.
I don't know.
Jeremiah
The show
wrote
about not
Shakespeare.
arguing against that. I was going to be like, I hate Broadway, so I feel like that would be fine for her. Yeah.
Show tunes.
Show tunes.
You hate Broadway?
I hate show tunes. I just hate show tunes.
I don't like musicals.
I don't like
for the most
music in the
Like,
place of
oh,
talking.
But have you heard the musicals that I like?
I don't know,
tell me
Steph.
which ones you like, Stephanie.
Have you
Let's-
heard the great comet of 1812?
No.
No.
Natasha, Pierre, and
Nope.
No.
Let's maybe save these for later.
I'm
and
just
wrap
saying,
this
like,
show
I don't
up.
like people. I don't like that people when sing that people that sing when they could just talk.
yeah, but have you considered that when you have so much emotion inside your body that you can't contain it, that like speaking isn't enough, and
And
you
then
have to sing?
Hugh Jackman has to say,
Hugh Jackman.
Look,
Have you all considered?
as a decades-long as Alexander
Say-
Hamilton nerd, you're like, welcome, motherfuckers. Like we
Wait,
don't
you
need to
were an
sing about it.
Alexander
Yeah, of
Hamilton
course.
before
Since I
Lady
was like
Gaga
like
and
since I was in high school. Like I don't need people to like be like Alexander Hamilton was cool. I was like, of course he was, but like let's make him worse by singing about him instead of telling his story.
What position would Alexander Hamilton play on the soccer field?
Oh,
Jeremiah?
left asshole.
Y'all, this has been a blast. Thank you for coming to Moon Tower After Dark. Thank you for staying through the end of it. Once again, let's go around.
Jeremiah Bentley.
I'm also Jeremiah Bentley.
And I Landon got him.
And I'm Jeremiah Bentley. You can
We'll
find
catch
us
you
all
next
over
time.
the internet. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe. Give this one 5 stars, please. If you liked it, let us know. Maybe this hides behind the Patreon in the future.
No.
Sign up for it, though, because we still have some excellent rewards from this year to give out. And oh, God, what a 2024, y'all. Thank you so much for being here with us through it. It's been a long one, and we're so excited for 2025. Thank you all. Good night.
y'all.
Goodbye. We love you.
When nobody is around.
I played it for Steph at 1.0 speed, and she was like,
Ooh, bad.
Same. Yeah.
No.
Thank for nothing, see you never.
La gente. Oh my God.